Love once felt unbreakable between Olivia and me. A decade of shared laughter, whispered secrets, and stolen kisses had convinced me we were forever. I built my world around her, ensuring every moment was filled with warmth, passion, and unwavering devotion. She had been my first thought in the morning, my last before sleep. Her presence soothed my soul, her touch ignited my desire. No woman had ever captivated me the way she did. I believed I knew every inch of her heart, every curve of her soul. I was wrong. The cracks began small: missed phone calls, delayed text replies, an unfamiliar edge in her laughter. At first, I dismissed them, blaming stress, exhaustion, life's mundane troubles. But doubt crept in like an unwelcome guest, whispering warnings I refused to hear. One night, as I worked late in my home office, Olivia entered, dressed in a silk robe. She moved to my desk, pressing a soft kiss against my temple. "I'm going to bed, love. Don't stay up too long." Something about her felt off. Her scent, always a familiar blend of vanilla and jasmine, carried a new, sharper fragrance. My stomach twisted. "Did you change your perfume?" I asked, forcing a casual tone. Her lips curved in a quick smile. "Oh, I borrowed Claire's earlier. She had this new one I wanted to try." A harmless explanation. Logical. But a sliver of doubt remained lodged in my chest. The following weeks only deepened my unease. She started staying out late, excusing herself with book club meetings and last-minute work obligations. Her phone became an extension of her hand, always tilted away from my line of sight. One evening, I found her standing by the window, speaking in hushed tones. She hadn't noticed my approach. "I can't talk now," she murmured. "He's home." She ended the call abruptly, turning to find me watching her. A flicker of something, guilt, crossed her face before she smiled. "Hey, love. Just catching up with Claire." "Claire, again." I nodded, saying nothing. But inside, something dark stirred. The final blow came on an ordinary Tuesday. I had finished a client meeting early and decided to surprise Olivia with dinner from her favorite restaurant. Excitement coursed through me as I drove home, eager to see her face light up. Stepping inside, I immediately noticed the flickering glow of candles in the dining room. Confusion pricked at me. We hadn't planned anything special. Then I heard voices. A deep chuckle, followed by Olivia's soft laughter, warm, intimate. My body tensed. Slowly, I moved through the hallway, peering into the dining area. She sat across from a man I didn't recognize. Tall, broad-shouldered, effortlessly confident. He leaned toward her, fingers grazing her wrist, and she didn't pull away. My heart pounded. Blood roared in my ears. "Are you sure about this?" the man asked, voice low, filled with certainty. Olivia smiled, the same smile that once belonged only to me. "I am." Air turned to stone in my lungs. I stepped forward, chair legs scraping against the floor as I pulled one out. They jolted in surprise. "Don't let me interrupt," I said smoothly, settling into the seat. "I'd love to join." Olivia's face lost all color. The man, her lover, recovered first, straightening. "Gabriel, is it?" His confidence sickened me. "And you are?" I asked, voice betraying nothing. "Darren." He extended a hand. "Olivia's fiancé." A deafening silence followed. I turned to Olivia, who stared at me with something between panic and guilt. "Fiancé." My voice remained calm. "I wasn't aware I was divorced." She swallowed hard. I was going to tell you." "When?" I asked. "Before or after the wedding?" Darren leaned back, unbothered. "Olivia and I didn't want to hurt you. We've been together for a while, and she deserves happiness." Happiness. The word curled like acid in my stomach. I exhaled slowly, forcing a smile. "Then, congratulations." Both of them froze. "I mean it," I continued. "You've made your choice, Olivia. I hope he gives you everything I couldn't." Olivia's lips parted, eyes filled with uncertainty. "Gabriel, I stood abruptly. "There's nothing left to say." Darren smirked. I appreciate your maturity. I met his gaze, holding it for a beat longer than necessary. Enjoy the honeymoon phase while it lasts. Then, without another word, I turned and walked away. Let them believe I had surrendered. Let them think I would vanish without a fight. Because the game had only just begun. Leaving Olivia and Darren behind should have shattered me. Instead, it refined me. Betrayal forged something new inside, a colder, sharper version of myself. She had expected me to crumble, drowning in self-pity. Instead, I vanished. I called my lawyer the next morning. Sell everything, I instructed. The house. All of it. Olivia had loved our home. I imagined her coming back, expecting to find remnants of me, perhaps some misplaced apology, a desperate attempt to win her back. Instead, she'd find an empty lot and a sold sign. She had taken my love for granted. She had taken me for granted. That would be her first mistake. I liquidated my assets, cut ties with mutual friends, and left behind the version of myself she once knew. Then I disappeared. Reinvention. I settled in a new city under a new name. While Olivia played house with Darren, I built something greater. With the wealth from my previous business, I bought a failing luxury firm, one drowning in debt but rich with potential. I worked tirelessly, networking with the right people, making strategic moves. Soon, the company flourished. My name, my new name, became synonymous with success. Months passed. Then a year. I let Olivia believe I had faded into nothingness, but I was always watching. The first encounter. I had spent the last year meticulously planning my return. Not in the dramatic way Olivia might have expected. No begging, no confrontation. I wanted her to see me, to feel the weight of what she had lost. And the perfect opportunity arrived in the form of an exclusive gala. It was an event reserved for the elite, the kind of gathering Olivia had once dreamed of attending. And now, thanks to Darren, she was finally invited. What she didn't expect was me. I entered the venue dressed in a tailored black suit, confidence exuding from every step. Conversations halted, eyes turned. Women whispered, intrigued. Then I saw her. She moved through the room with the same effortless grace, but something had changed. Her dress, though elegant, lacked its former radiance. Her expression, though poised, carried subtle tension. She turned, and her eyes locked onto mine. Shock. She blinked, as if unsure whether I was real. Her lips parted, yet no words came. I smirked, lifting my glass in a silent toast. Olivia excused herself from Darren's side, making her way toward me. Gabriel? She whispered, as if saying my name might break some spell. I tilted my head. I go by something else now. She swallowed. Where have you been? Everywhere, I replied smoothly. She searched my face, desperate to find the man she once knew. But I wasn't him anymore. You look different. Her voice trembled. I chuckled. I am different. A beautiful woman approached, slipping an arm through mine. She was stunning, elegant, confident, the kind of woman Olivia used to fear. Shall we? My date asked, her voice laced with amusement. I turned to Olivia. It was nice seeing you again. Her fingers twitched, as if she wanted to reach for me. Instead, I walked away. Let her wonder. Let her miss me. Let her regret. Because this was only the beginning. I knew Olivia wouldn't be able to shake the image of me from that night. She had expected a broken man, a discarded relic of her past. Instead, she found someone unrecognizable, powerful, successful, untouchable. And now, the doubt had begun to creep in. It started small. A glance too long. A touch too hesitant. The way her laughter faltered whenever Darren spoke. I had planted a seed of regret inside her, and I knew it was beginning to bloom. I didn't have to chase her. She would come to me. And she did. The first message. A week after the gala, I received a text from an unknown number. Olivia, I don't know if you'll even see this, but I just wanted to say that you looked incredible that night. I hope you're happy. I let the message sit. No response. A few days later, another. Olivia, I keep thinking about running into you. It's strange. I guess I wasn't expecting it. Again, silence. She was unraveling. Then a third. Olivia, can we talk? I smirked at my phone. Not yet. The public collapse. 2 weeks later, I ran into Darren at a high-end restaurant. He was alone, swirling a half-empty glass of whiskey, jaw clenched. Interesting. I walked past his table, pausing just long enough for our eyes to meet. He tensed immediately, posture stiffening. Gabriel, he greeted, voice tight. I offered a slow smile. It's been a while. He studied me, searching for weakness. He found none. You seem to be doing well. Better than ever. Darren exhaled sharply, swirling his drink again. You've seen Olivia. It wasn't a question. Briefly, I admitted, taking a sip of my own drink. She seemed surprised. His eyes darkened. She won't stop talking about you. Bingo. I arched a brow, feigning curiosity. That must be frustrating. His grip on the glass tightened. She's different lately. Distant. Distracted. I leaned forward slightly. Do you think she regrets it? Darren's jaw clenched. He didn't answer. He didn't have to. The unexpected visit. That night, I wasn't surprised when a knock echoed through my penthouse. I opened the door to find Olivia standing there, eyes wide, breath unsteady. She looked desperate. Gabriel, she whispered. I leaned against the frame, taking my time to study her. To what do I owe the pleasure? She hesitated, shifting on her heels. I needed to see you. Does Darren know you're here? Her lips pressed together. I chuckled. I'll take that as a no. She exhaled shakily. Can I come in? I stepped aside, allowing her to enter. She walked through my living room, eyes trailing over the modern decor, the city skyline beyond the floor-to-ceiling windows. Everything about this place screamed success. A life without her had led me here. And she knew it. I poured a drink, handing it to her. So, tell me, Olivia, why are you really here? She hesitated, fingers curling around the glass. I don't know. Liar, I said smoothly. Her gaze snapped to mine. I stepped closer, feeling the heat between us shift. You miss me. Her breathing hitched. You chose him, I reminded her. You made your decision. You got the life you wanted. A flicker of pain crossed her face. I thought I did. Silence stretched between us. Then, she whispered, Did you ever love me? I laughed softly, shaking my head. You don't get to ask me that now. Her lower lip trembled. I traced a slow fingertip along the rim of my glass. Let me guess. The excitement wore off, didn't it? The thrill of sneaking around, the fantasy of starting over. Turns out, real life is boring with him, isn't it? She didn't deny it. Instead, she whispered, I made a mistake. I tilted my head. Did you? A tear slipped down her cheek. I exhaled, setting my drink down. Go home, Olivia. She looked up, startled. You made your bed. Now lie in it. Her breath hitched, but she didn't argue. She turned, stepping toward the door. But before she left, she hesitated. Do you ever think about us? I smirked. Not anymore. And then, I closed the door in her face. Let her ache. Let her burn. Because this game was still far from over. Olivia didn't walk away easily. That night, after I closed the door, she stood outside for a long time. I watched from the window as she hesitated, gripping her phone, probably debating whether to call me or Darren. Eventually, she disappeared into the city, her head low, shoulders slumped. But I knew this wouldn't be the last time. Sure enough, 2 days later, another message arrived. Olivia, please, can we talk? Just one last time. I ignored it. A day later, another. Olivia, I just need to see you again. I don't know what's happening to me. It was happening. The unraveling. The regret. The complete and total collapse of everything she thought she wanted. And I let her spiral. The rumors begin. I didn't need to lift a finger. Olivia's downfall began on its own. Rumors spread. I had my sources everywhere. It turned out Olivia had been drinking more, showing up late to events with Darren, her once perfect smile cracking under pressure. People whispered. Some said she looked unhappy. Others noticed how Darren seemed to grow colder toward her, his patience running thin. And then, the ultimate humiliation. A charity gala. A night of prestige, glamour, and power, one where Darren and Olivia were supposed to be the perfect couple. Instead, Olivia showed up alone. She smiled, pretending nothing was wrong, but I saw the truth in the way she clutched her champagne glass a little too tightly, how her eyes scanned the room, searching for me. She found me easily. I was standing near the bar, effortlessly commanding attention. And I wasn't alone. Sophia, a stunning entrepreneur with a sharp mind and even sharper beauty, stood beside me, laughing at something I'd said. I could feel Olivia's stare from across the room. She had lost control. And she knew it. The ultimate confrontation. That night, I expected Olivia to text me again. Instead, she showed up at my penthouse unannounced. She looked wrecked, eyes red, lips trembling, her expensive dress slightly wrinkled. She wasn't the poised, elegant woman who had once walked away from me. She was desperate. I opened the door but didn't invite her in. "Gabriel," she whispered. I crossed my arms. "Why are you here, Olivia?" Her breath shook. I left him. I raised an eyebrow, waiting. Tears welled in her eyes. I made a mistake. I should have never. I cut her off with a quiet chuckle. "No, Olivia. Your mistake wasn't leaving me. It was thinking I'd wait for you to come crawling back." She flinched. You wanted the thrill. The excitement. You thought the grass was greener." I stepped closer, lowering my voice. "But you didn't realize you weren't just leaving a man. You were leaving me." A tear slipped down her cheek. "I still love you." I tilted my head. "No, Olivia. You love the idea of me. But that man doesn't exist anymore." Her hand reached for mine, but I stepped back. Pain flickered across her face. "Please, Gabriel," I sighed. "Did you really think you could betray me, walk away, and then just, what? Expect me to take you back?" Her lip quivered. "I don't know." I exhaled, shaking my head. "Go home, Olivia." She swallowed hard. "I don't have a home anymore." I smirked. "Not my problem." Her breath hitched. She stood there for a moment, waiting, hoping for some sign of weakness in me. She found none. And then, finally, she turned and walked away. For good. The final victory. A month later, Darren and Olivia's divorce was the talk of the city. He had thrown her out, rumors of her breakdown circulating everywhere. She had lost the man she thought would replace me. She had lost the stability she craved. And most importantly, she had lost me. Meanwhile, I thrived. My business empire expanded, my success only growing. I didn't just rebuild after Olivia, I became something greater than she ever deserved. And every once in a while, I'd hear a whisper of her name. I'd smile. Because I knew she'd never forget the man she left behind. And I'd never think about her again.